So, all right. So, since we're talking about wackadoo theories, and I even have notes that these ones are so wackadoo that I want to look at real quick and just make sure I haven't missed pointing out anything because I brought up the eugenics stuff. And all right. So the first time that Burnham meets with Captain Lorca. And they're in the ready room, his darkened ready room, because he has this eye problem.
Yeah.
Do you remember any Easter eggs from old original series episodes?
Damn it, I missed it, huh?
Well, you definitely didn't. You just probably forget that you heard the tribble in the background trilling.
Oh, no. They were there? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that was the Easter egg?
Well, I mean, for certain people, yeah. That's just the one I'm just refreshing your memory about because, see, obviously you've forgotten.
But no, I remember. I'm like, oh, look, tribbles. That's cute. They brought them back. That's how I looked at it. I was like, oh, okay. That was something I just recognized. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So we have those tribbles and we have eugenics going on in the background. And so this past week, Lorca was captured and he was tortured by Laurel, the female Klingon who was in the earlier episodes. Did you recognize that was supposed to be Laurel? Because the first time I watched it, I didn't recognize, and I'm hearing that a lot from online of people, that woman that tortured Lorca is the same Klingon that was with the albino Klingon earlier in the series.
I kind of lost track of a little bit of these Klingons.
Yeah, right now there's basically like three main Klingons. There's an albino, Klingon. You remember the albino Klingon, right?
Right, but wasn't it that in the torture ship too?
No, he wasn't there.
Oh, is it he?
The albino was a dude, a male Klingon. There was the female Laurel with him on the sarcophagus ship, and then that other Klingon Cole, I think, came. The albino's name is Voq, by the way, VOQ. Cole came and took Voq's ship, and just by feeding people. I don't fully understand how all that worked out, but this will be too long if we delve into that too. So he got all them, but Laurel found a way to save Voq's life by transporting him, by convincing Cole to leave him behind, and then she, at the last minute, transported out also to be with him on the Shinzao.
Yeah, the damaged, destroyed ship.
Right. So when last we left Laurel and Voq, they were there, and that was about 3 weeks ago in Star Trek Discovery time.
Okay.
That's when that happened. So within 3 weeks, Laurel got herself in charge of a prison ship.
Okay. So that's why I was like wondering where'd she come from?
That also just managed to be smart enough and with it enough to find a way to capture Captain Lorca. And so that was pretty lucky that they managed to pull that off and have the knowledge base.
Weren't they in Federation space?
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't see Lorca taking a shuttle around in Klingon space. That's what I'm saying. That wouldn't be advisable. So it was probably like one of the raiders came and got them. Like a smaller ship came and got them. That prison ship didn't go there.
Right. But still, I'm like, how did they know the captains was flying by?
But the main thing that I want to bring up is, do you remember the original Star Trek episode with the Tribbles in it?
Was that with mud?
Trouble with Tribbles? No, that didn't have mud in it.
No, it didn't?
I'm almost certain it didn't. No, it had another guy that was like Mud Light or Mud slightly older and not with a twirly mustache.
Mud Light?
Yeah.
Did you say Bud Light?
Mud Light, yeah, I did. I didn't even think about it. But that was Miller Lite anyway. Yeah. So, but anyway, in that Trouble with Tribbles episode, the whole thing hinges on the fact that there's a planet that the Klingons and the Federation are like sparring over, and the Federation has a claim on it right now. But if they can't get the shipment of quadritriticale there safely, and they won't be able to provide food for their colonists, so they will have to abandon their claim there, and then the Klingons would get it. And So what happened was a Klingon agent had himself surgically altered to look like a human, and he poisoned all the grain.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. Yeah.
Do you remember this episode?
Now I'm coming back to me, especially the agent and the poison of the
all the tribbles fall on him, and the doctor's like, "Oh no, all these tribbles are dead," and everyone's like, "Yay," because tribbles are awful when in that mass quantities. But is your memory keying on how they figured out who the Klingon was? That there was a Klingon in disguise. It was because the tribbles that were alive, whenever the Klingons came around, they freaked the F out.
Right.
And this human-looking dude passed by in front of them and freaked out. And Bones gets out his handy-dandy tricorder and is like, "Oh yeah, this guy here is a Klingon." So we've already established that they know how to make people look human who were Klingons. And when L'Rell and Voq were leaving, L'Rell told Voq that I have a way. I'm going to take you to the matriarchs, and we have a way that we can work the long plan for this. But you're going to need to I forget exactly what she said. It was either lose everything that you are or change everything that you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that new crewman, Ash Tyler, that escaped with Captain Lorca. You remember the other Federation guy that was in the cell with Mudd? There were 3 of them.
He rescued him.
Ash Tyler and Captain Lorca.
He rescued the guy. Yes.
Ash Tyler is Voq. He was changed.
Yeah. Now I remember. Yes, and just as I feel that the cadet's name, I can't remember. Tilly. Is something going on with her?
Yeah.
That guy I didn't trust.
Well, because they even had a little sequence in it early on where Lorca was all like, "You've been here 7 months and you're looking pretty healthy and all. What's up with that? Why aren't you all just a broken pile of bones laying in a corner somewhere?" And
what about Mudd? Why come Mudd didn't give him up?
Well, because
unless he was just putting out cell moments at the same time.
Well, no, they definitely knew each other. Mudd and Ash knew each other, but Ash could have been there like a week beforehand, and so they've had some kind of a week beforehand undercover as Ash as a Federation officer, because he was acting like he didn't like him. But we already know that Mudd is already in cahoots with the Klingons.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I don't mean to interrupt. Michael Jr. wrote, "I haven't seen anything. Spoiler alert."
Oh, well, you're going to want to tune out then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Dude, you just want to bail. I'm sorry. Get out.
Thanks for coming in, though.
Yeah, we appreciate the support.
So go ahead. You were saying?
I don't know.
Ash was... So Ash is a Klingon.
Ash is a Klingon. Yes, Ash is Voq. He was either changed just regular surgically, but I don't even think it's that. I think that they changed him genetically, because there's an old story about that in plays, if there is a gun hanging on the wall, that gun is going to get used. I think that one gun that this show hung up on the wall was the throw up and the talk of eugenics. And so I think that Voq was changed on a genetic level to be human.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing that they hung up on the wall is that Lorca has a tribble in his room, and that tribble is going to freak the hell out.
Right. Okay.
When he's around, and there's also going to have to be another scene when they go and they meet with Klingons. That now I didn't come up with this theory all by myself, but
you had some help.
Yeah, like there were people online that were saying certain things.
But no, that's good.
It's coming together. Stuff. And mainly, like, as soon as I realized that L'Rell was the female that was on the prison ship, we know that something weird's going on. So let me take a quick look to see if there was anything. Oh, but all right, and I like something that they could possibly do anyway with this storyline. If Ash is Voq, then the story after how Lorca said that he killed everyone on his last ship so that they wouldn't have to be captured and tortured and everything. If Ash is Voq, all Ash needs to do now is put the screws to Lorca with respect to living a good life and being happy on the Discovery and just be like, yo, I'm alive. Life is great. I got rescued. Sure, I had a crappy 6 months there when I was captured, but now I'm alive and look, I'm serving on another ship. Geez, your whole crew could have been rescued too. It's too bad that you blew them up. So either they could go that route and he could use that as a bit of psychological warfare on him, or if Ash is a human, I hope not, but if he is a human, then like they can still have the plot line of Lorca feeling all torn up about it, about killing his crew and seeing Ash on his ship and
and that whole storyline with Lorca and his old crew that's gonna surface off and on.
Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be something else that goes on with that.